So I first heard about the whooping cough cases when I was actually going into the clinic to pick up some meds for my own sickness. And they warned me, hey, just so you know, we have these confirmed cases of whooping cough.
Whooping cough, also known as pertussis, has been making an appearance on Pullman's WSU campus. With 18 confirmed cases so far, students and residents of Whitman County are left to question whether they have been exposed to the bacteria.
It's college, and so with dorm life, with close living, sicknesses spread like wildfire.
So how do you know the difference between whooping cough and a common cold? The key difference is in the cough. After around 1 or 2 weeks of early symptoms, pertussis begins to rapidly affect the respiratory system, causing violent and uncontrollable coughing fits. According to CDC guidelines, the best way to prevent whooping cough is to get vaccinated. The Tdap vaccine is offered to older children and adults, and the DTaP vaccine is offered to children between 2 months and 6 years old. The vaccine does decrease over time, and according to Cleveland Clinic, anyone older than 7 should receive a booster every 10 years.
WSU requires Tdap vaccinations for all students. However, religious and medical exemptions are permitted. So what should students do now? Well, you guessed it, wash your hands. If you start to notice early symptoms, it is recommended to either wear a mask or stay home.
Mostly annoyance at college kids for being unable to wash their hands and properly take care of themselves.
Pregnant women and infants are at the highest risk for whooping cough. Cougar Health Service officials ask students who are living in resident halls or fraternities and sororities to be extra cautious when it comes to sharing living space. In Pullman, I'm Macy Harden.